Hello and welcome to this video, where I will give you an overview of the search capabilities of Automic Automation. All search functions are index-based, so searching for objects and tasks is very fast. First I will show you what the global search is, and where to start a global search. Then I will give you an overview of the advanced search. After that, I'll show you how to search for object dependencies. That is the search for use. First, I will explain how to use the global search. It is on the right corner of the menu bar, at the top of the screen. Using this field, I can find any object and task in Automic Automation. I type here my search string. It can be the name, or part of the name, of an object, a folder, or a task. It can also be a run ID. A drop-down list opens with a selection of the result of my search. The upper part shows a selection of the objects and folders found. The lower part shows a selection of the tasks. The link on the top right corner of the list indicates the total number of objects found. I'll click this link to open the list of results. This list shows up to 5,000 objects. My system administrator can change the maximum number of results to be displayed here. There is a system setting for that. If the list of results is very long, I can use the filter to restrict it. Let's go back, so that I can show you the rest of the functions in the drop-down list. Let's have a look at the bottom half of this drop-down list. I'll place my cursor in the search field. This opens the drop-down list again. Each of these entries are links to the objects. From the drop-down list, I have access to all the functions that are available for the objects that are displayed. I simply have to right-click an object. This opens a context menu with the processing options that are available to me, according to my rights and privileges. If I click a link, the object opens to its definition pages. Let's go back again. Let's have a look at the bottom half of this drop-down list. It shows a selection of the tasks that have my search string in their names. Show all results is a link that opens the process monitoring perspective to the list of tasks. As you can see, the list is pre-filtered, using the search string that I have entered as filter criterion. The list displays all tasks that contain it in their names. I have to take into account which list view is selected here. By default, the list of tasks is set to show hierarchy mode. This means that the tasks are displayed in collapsible nodes, indicating the parent-child relationship between them. If I switch to show as list mode, I will see many more tasks. This is because all tasks are listed, without indicating which ones are parents, and which ones are children. Tasks that have been started individually, not from within other objects like workflows or schedules, are considered as parents, and are listed here too. Let's open the drop-down list again. Each of these entries are links to tasks. Basically, the same applies for tasks. I can access the functions that are available for the tasks by simply right-clicking a task in this list. The context menu displays the processing options that are available to me, according to my rights and privileges, and according to the status of the task. If I click a link, the task monitor is displayed. I'll click this workflow. This is its monitor. Let's go back again. I will show you how to access the advanced search now. To access the advanced search, I'll delete my search string. Now that the search field is empty, and that my cursor is in the field, the drop-down list looks different. The advanced search helps me find any object in my system. I can also search for calendar events, although they are not objects. I'll click the advanced search link now. As you see, the object search view, that I showed you before, is displayed. It is empty, and the filter pane on the right is opened. Object name, location, and object type are always displayed, they cannot be hidden. I can add filter criteria by clicking Add Filter Criteria, and selecting one entry from the list. I will not go into the details of each filter criterion. I recommend you to read the advanced search page in our user documentation. You will find the details there. I'll enter something in the object name field to populate the list. The title bar indicates how many objects have been found. It also tells me when the last index update took place. This information is important if you have made mass changes, for example, if you have imported or transported hundreds of objects. In this case, it is important to take into consideration when the index was last updated. The index update interval can be configured via the system settings. I can work with the objects in this list. If I select one, the buttons in the toolbar are activated. They are shortcuts to the functions that are available to me, depending on my rights and privileges. If I right-click an object, the context menu displays the same functions as the buttons. Let's have a look at the Search for Use function now. With the Search for Use function, I can find out whether an object is used in other objects. For example, it tells me if a job is included in a workflow, or in a schedule. It also gives me many useful details about its usage. This helps me understand object dependencies, and the potential effect of modifying, transporting, exporting or deleting the object. The Search for Use function is available from all lists that contain objects, from combo boxes, and from the Global Search drop-down list. I'll show you how to start a search for use from the Global Search first. I'll type my search string. Let's check if this job is being used in any other object. First, I right-click it. Then, I select Search for Use from the context menu. This opens a list with all the objects in which the job is referenced. It indicates the name, the title, and the type of the object in which it is used. It also tells me where to find the object that references my job. In this case, the job is used in a workflow. The Used In column tells me its position in the workflow. Now I'll show you how to combine the advanced search and the Search for Use functions to find the objects that are affected by a calendar event. First, I use the advanced search to search for a calendar event. This is the list of calendars in which the calendar event is being used. I'll open one of the calendars. This is the calendar. On the Calendar Events pane, I right-click the event. Then, I select Search for Use. This is the list of objects where the calendar event is used. This list gives me basic information about the objects in which the calendar event is used. That was a short overview of the search capabilities of Automic Automation. You can find more information in our documentation at docs.automic.com.